Welcome back, guys. I'm here with Charlie, Wyatt, and Lucas. How we doing?
Good.
Good. You guys went bowling today. How was bowling?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It's good.
Any of you guys good? Or are you guys all like bad?
Middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack.
Very average. What I mean.
Very average?
Yeah, I bowled like a 136.
Oh gosh. I can't even get the 100, so that's like, there's like this arcade game that has bowling. I'm really good at that.
Wii bowling?
Not regular bowling. Wii bowling? Yeah, Wii bowling is the best. Pretend that I'm good and I'm not. So we're going to dive into Fair State Series. And you guys all had obviously really good games. Rookie of the Week you had, and then Wyatt, you got put in, you got a goal, and Charlie, you had 2. So take me through how that went for you guys. I mean, it's kind of been like sometimes like Mark will have a 2-goal night. Sometimes this person will have a 2-goal night. What kind of made you guys be like, okay, we're going to pop off?
I don't know. I think our whole team does pretty well, and we have a deep lineup, and it could be anyone, 4th line, 3rd line, 2nd line, 1st line, doesn't really matter. And, it started on Friday night. I had the puck, and Spooner gave it to me, broke in the zone, and I heard Wyatt yelling back and just kind of dropped past to him, and he had a great shot, low glove, and had a pretty good goal.
Yeah, how does it feel to be, getting some more playing time within the last couple of series and get that goal?
Yeah, for sure. Like Chuck said, we have a deep lineup all around. Whether it's offense, with forwards or defensively, we have a deep lineup and a lot of good players. So just, kind of been lucky to catch a break here and get in the lineup and just trying to make the best of it. So like Chuck said, Spooner came in on a line rush there, and they made a good play and just kind of got it back to me, and I shot low glove, I guess.
Beautiful. So Lucas, you had a goal on Saturday night, and I think, what else did you do to get kind of Rookie of the Week?
Couldn't do it without my teammates, obviously, and I've been blessed to play with Michaelis and Toomey, so they make the game a lot easier. Just how skilled they are and able to make plays every shift. So just been grateful to be able to play.
Awesome. So how hard, we talked a little bit about earlier in the episode, Reggie kind of talked about it's a little bit different sheet of ice, a little bit more narrow. Was that super hard to play on, or did you guys prep enough to handle that very well?
It's a smaller sheet. I think Wednesday we went to ASA and skated there, and just to prepare us for the weekend. But yeah, everything just kind of happens a little quicker. But I think we adjusted pretty well and got the sweep, so it was good.
Any more comments?
Yeah,
Who's next? Who's it?
It is a smaller sheet, but you get less time and space on a smaller sheet. But that works in our favor because we're a pretty skilled team, and you give good players time and space, you're going to make plays. But, I thought we did a good job capitalizing on the opportunities that we had, and got a hard series coming up here, so we just got to have a good week of practice and be ready to go this weekend.
So you guys always talk about how important it is to get the first goal of the night, and you guys got the first goal of the night both consecutive nights. How just carry that momentum throughout the game? How essential is it to do that?
I think it's big, especially coming this upcoming week and playing at Bowling Green. It's a good rink there, and they play really well at home, have a great atmosphere. So it's going to be big for us to kind of hop on them early and hopefully get that first goal and just kind of keep running with it.
Absolutely. So to have such a deep, we keep talking about how, this line, deep. But I've seen last in a couple of seasons since Mariucci that the line charts have changed. Wyatt, you're in, Carol's out. You've been doing a lot of switching back and forth. Did Mariucci have a lot of impact on that, and have that maybe those changes molded you guys better to play a little bit better hockey right now? Or what are you guys thinking on that?
I think, the Mariucci class right after Christmas, we kind of came in, and I don't want to say we weren't prepared, or we lost a step or anything. We kind of just were maybe in Christmas break mode still that first game, and St. Cloud got the best of us, so coach decided to switch a few things up to get some guys going and stuff, and I think it worked. And since then, we've been pretty solid, and guys have played with different guys and got chemistry going, so I think it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I would go off what Chuck said there. I don't think that we weren't prepared, but it's kind of a reality check for us, I would say. And with coach changing things up, I think it was kind of setting guys back to square one. For example, Chucky didn't end up playing that second game against Bemidji, but this past week, he had a good weekend, and it kind of just shows a lot about his character there and just be able to bounce back from something like that. So I think that's going to help us a lot in the long run with the adversity, we're facing this time of the year. To kind of know someone can overcome it like how Chuck played this past weekend.
Yeah, I think adversity plays a lot in it. How are you going to come back? You always have to look into that and be like, well, you lost, okay? You can let that define you, right? Be like, crap, we shouldn't have done that. We're just going to keep going. But you guys have done a really, really good job of coming back, showing the team that you are and you have been playing. And I think that's going to drip into Bowling Green. So I'm going to get started talking on that. They're like fourth right now, fourth or fifth in the lineup, which for the WCHA standings, which is really hard for me to grasp because they're such a rival, you maybe even could say, using the history you guys had last year with them, and even being dealt a loss this year. So what do you guys have to come out with a sweep going into their place, even though it's going to probably be a hard place to play in?
I think we just kind of got to take it one day at a time. I think our group's done a good job of that so far this year, not looking too far ahead of things. As we know from this past year and even this year so far, we're always going to get their best punch for sure, especially after last year's playoff game there. We have a target on our back, and they're going to be coming for us. So like I said earlier, we got to get that first one, kind of stick together and just play from there.
Going off that, when we went to Bowling Green last year right before Christmas, they got the best of us. They swept us. So, obviously there's a history between us, and we don't really like them, and they don't like us. So it should be a pretty good weekend of just battling and playing hard.
Yeah, battling back and forth. So like I said earlier, you guys have prepped for Ferris State because they have a narrow sheet of ice. Do you do anything special in practice to prep for Bowling Green? Are there any specific drills that you guys do or kind of prep for that mental state?
Yeah, I mean, every team we have a specific routine or whatnot that we have to do, whatever their breakout is, whatever their forecheck is. So there's certain things that we have to prepare for the weekend. But we have to respect every team, no matter who we play. I mean, we're ranked number 3rd in the nation, so we're going to get every team's best. And as long as we prepare the right way for this week of practice, I think we'll be good to go this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of going back to Lucas, you weren't here for last year, but you guys were here, and just talking about that, do you think that's how it's going to maybe end up again? Is that maybe there might be you guys ending up in the championship game? How important is it to kind of set the boundaries, kind of set, like you said, you guys got swept last year by them. That didn't really affect you as much, but how important would it be to go over there, get the sweep, and then potentially see them again and be like, listen, we've got a lot of success on you. We're comfortable with you. We can handle this. Does that have anything to do with it, you think?
I would say not really, to be honest, in my opinion. I think, like I said, we take a kind of day-by-day mentality and can't really look too far ahead. Our focus right now is, just going there and playing well Friday and hopefully getting the win there, then playing well Saturday. It's would help us a lot league points-wise, but there's also a lot of other good teams in our league right now, and when playoffs come, nothing, anyone can beat anyone. So, but for right now, I'd say our focus is just this weekend and kind of taking care of our business. Then if we see them later down the road, we see them later down the road. But this weekend is our main priority.
So this all-time record is like 12-10-3, and then you go over there, you're 4-5-3, and a lot of it like with Ferris State, it was kind of 500 too. A lot of teams, when you go, obviously you go to their home, it's going to be maybe a little bit of their favor. Is that how you kind of see maybe doing it too, in their favor? I mean, I guess basically what I'm saying is road series. It's hard to go to their place. How hard is it to play there? I'm just overall, even if you're going to Alaska, what you got to do in 2 weeks. You just went to Ferris State. You're going to Ohio. You guys have a lot of road series. Is that hard to do?
I wouldn't say it's hard, but you don't have your supporters there, your fans there, and you're battling against all their fans. It's just a little different, and it takes time to adjust to that. And just being on the road and taking a bus or flying there, you just gotta kind of adjust your routines and go out there and play the best you can.
So, kind of asking the opposite question of that. Now you only have Bemidji State next weekend for a home series, and then you go to Alaska, and then you come back for Northern Michigan. How excited are you guys to get back to the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center? That is the biggest thing I've ever said in my life. Every time I do interviews, I'm like, downtown Mankato, because I don't have time to say that. But how excited is it to kind of have those home games, even though you've got a couple away games here and there?
Yeah, very excited. I mean, we love playing at home. We love playing in front of our fans. And these past few home games, it's been over Christmas break still technically, so we've been missing the band and majority of our student section. So I think all of our guys are really excited to get back and get that full atmosphere feeling again. So we're really excited.
What do you guys think?
I agree with what Luke said there. It really plays a factor when we have the Maverick machine, up there playing the student section. So the second half is going to be big for us, especially at home. So like you said, we really appreciate the fans that come on and kind of support us, and it's definitely our backbone of our performance at home there.
Absolutely. I've heard from a lot of guys talk about Maverick Machine, how they love that. They love the student section. So when you have games, maybe like you had UAA or you have UAH, which you have in Mankato, and maybe it's a little bit less of a crowd, is that kind of hindering to you guys? You kind of look out there and you're like, we don't have a lot of fans right now. Like, oh, I wish we had more. And then you hear them kind of in the second period, they maybe come on more. Does that have an effect on anything with you guys?
I don't think so. I think when you go out there, you're just blessed to be at home and to see any fans. I'm excited to see if we have 100 to 2,000. Like, I love all the fans that come out, and obviously when you score a goal, you hear like the loud cheers and stuff like that. That's nice too. But just being at home and having the fans that come every night, the season ticket holders at the Blue Line Club, and it's pretty special.
Yeah, what are you guys' perspectives on that?
Definitely. I mean, we also have to create our own energy no matter how many fans are there. So we're also grateful for any of the fans that come out, like Chucky said. But the more fans, the better. So we encourage everyone to come out whenever they can.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that there's been more, and once you get more and more success like this year, there's always been such great fans. And even if I've noticed, like I said a little bit, second period, there's more fans. Like, you kind of look out, and I'm on like ice side, and I'm like, oh, there's not that many people here, like warm-ups, and all of a sudden it's second period, I'm like, there is so many people here. And I don't know if it's because they come late or it's a Friday and it starts earlier or Saturday starts earlier, but I mean, it's awesome to see even all those people come. And I'm going to then now dip into a little bit of WCHA standing talk. So you guys right now are on top of the WCHA, 42 points. And then you've got Bemidji State, 37, Northern Michigan, 33, Bowling Green, and Alaska down at 28, and then the rest is like 25, 19, kind of lower half of the schedule. With getting Bemidji, not looking too far ahead, but looking a little bit far ahead, with Bemidji State at home for you guys, I mean, how important is it that, say, maybe something doesn't go right here in the next couple weeks and something happens, to just keep gaining those points? Because I feel like it might come down to you two if, you get playoff berth, you playing at downtown Mankato versus playing up at BSU.
I think, those games are going to be big for us, especially at home there. Like Coach kind of talked about the second half, we're definitely going to have some adversity, and we're going to face ups and downs throughout the season. But, if we can kind of take care of business that home week in there, that should help out our final, standing. But like I said earlier, it's more of the day-by-day process. Mm-hmm. And, if we're main focus is this weekend, then when we get BSU at home, we're going to be excited for that one. I know there'll be a good crowd there. And just take care of business and, do what we can.
Basically, yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful?
Yeah, it's good.
No thoughts? Yeah. So, I'm just gonna... I've got to look at my schedule, guys. I'm a mess without it. But I'm going to talk about, like, a little more casual talk. I did this in the last episode, too. So, you guys went bowling. You do this. How was your guys' breaks? Because I haven't talked to you guys about that. I talked to the last time. How was your guys' breaks having 10 days away? And even, like, having, like, a day off today. How kind of crucial is it to get those resets when you can?
I mean, yeah, Christmas break was good. Everyone gets to go home and see their family and friends and stuff like that. So, I mean, I was blessed to go home and get to see my brother and my sister and kind of just spend time with my family mostly. So that was good getting home to Cleveland. And then today, I think today's our first day off since we've been back from break. I mean, so it's always nice getting a day off and just kind of recharging the batteries and getting away from the game for a little bit. So I think it helps a lot in the long run.
Yeah, what are you guys thinking?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot to get these off days to unwind and get your mind off hockey for a bit. It's good team bonding too, being able to bowl, still have that friendly competition.
Absolutely.
Even when we aren't practicing. So, yeah, Christmas break was good, too. Especially me being able to go to Florida to some warm weather for
Escape
a little bit.
it.
Yeah. But, yeah, just grateful for some off days here. So, very
Absolutely.
nice. Yeah.
And I assume you went up to Duluth, Hermantown?
I did. I, like Chuck said, to go home, see your friends and family, which was always nice, and kind of recharge the batteries for sure. I think it gets to a point for all of us where we're happy to be home, but, kind of missing each other and missing kind of what we're used to down here also. So we're all excited to get back and kind of get back to work for the second half here. So getting these off days in the second half are big for, recovery-wise, and as the start of the semester here, kind of getting our academics figured out too. So I think that's a big thing for all of us, and kind of just taking a step away and recharging, so that when we are on the ice again together, we can kind of give it our all.
Yeah. So you talked about academics. So you guys started school this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How are classes?
Classes are
Classes are classes. Is
Yeah.
it syllabus week right now?
It is.
I guess. I mean, I have big boy math now.
Big boy math.
Yeah, I was in
Average boy
remedial
math.
math last semester, so
Ooh.
this math this semester actually counts in my GPA. So we're already starting problems and stuff. So I gotta dial it in. Yeah.
Is it one where it's like 200? Like there's like 200 people, like that big lecture hall out by God, I can't remember where my way on campus.
Not this class. This class only has about 30 students. So
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
in the lecture
yeah.
hall in this class, so that's a little bit nicer for one-on-one teaching if you need it. So yeah.
I remember when I went to MSU and they were in that big lecture hall,
Yeah.
and I hated it because it was like she was going so fast, and
Yeah.
she was like
Yeah,
foreign,
you can't interrupt
and
her
you can't
either,
interrupt her,
yeah.
you can't talk to her, and then you would go in like the small room and you're like, so do you know what's going on? It's like,
Yeah.
how could you follow that? Like she just
Yeah.
went through it like 5,000 miles an hour. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a little bit of a short episode today, guys, but that's all I've got for you guys. If you want to add anything else,
I'm good.
go Tigers.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah,
Tigers, yeah.
that was a good game last night.
That actually good. Do you guys want LSU to win?
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
wanted them.
sneak that in there, actually.
I was okay with LSU winning, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm an Ohio State fan.
Oh, so you.
I wanted Trevor Lawrence and Clemson to be beat very badly.
That was his first loss, though.
Oh, yeah,
First
because they were
college
going
loss.
for the
That's
record.
impressive, yeah.
They were going for the record of like, oh, how many consecutive wins?
They won
something.
15 last year. And
Yeah,
14.
14,
It was like
so like
24 or
24
something.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Crazy,
So they were
yeah.
going for it. It's
We
like,
got to respect Burrow's record there with
Yeah.
most touchdowns thrown in a season.
gosh.
Very cool story. Cleveland boy,
Joe
huh?
Burrow.
Yeah, he's an Ohio boy.
Yeah,
From
Ohio
Athens.
boy.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
so.
He played 3 years at Ohio State and then 3 or 2 years at Ohio State.
Yeah, he
wasn't really getting
transferred. Yeah, had a
recognized
transfer year or
and
something. So
went over there, which is like crazy if you think about
Yeah.
like that. All of a sudden, he can just be this vanilla average player. Then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, so you're gonna bust out Heisman winner. I mean, at that one bowl, he had like what, 5 touchdowns and how many other like passing yards?
Yeah.
yeah, he's crazy.
Freak.
Number
Yeah.
1 in the draft.
Mhm.
I don't know where he's gonna go. Probably some bad team like the Buccaneers or something.
Yeah, probably the Bengals. I think they have
Yeah.
first
Oh.
Yeah,
pick.
Bengals.
So
It always makes me sad because you looked like someone like Baker Mayfield,
yeah,
and you're like, oh, like he was so good, and then he went to the Browns, and it was like, well,
What's wrong
now
with
they
the
have.
Browns, huh?
yeah. I mean, the Browns are doing
You
okay.
have
They did all
Stephen-
right.
You just have Kevin Stefanski, and I pray for your soul.
Yeah.
I pray for you guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he might be a better head coach than he was offensive coordinator,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
I've got choice words to say about Kevin Stefanski, but we're gonna save that for another episode. All right, thanks for listening, guys. This is out now on Apple and Spotify, and listen in next week. We're gonna be covering BSU with some other guys. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.